Hello, everybody, and welcome to Monday Night Healing with More. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I'm on a little earlier than normal just because I have some stuff going on. Sad to play. Actually, just got back from watching the movie Raya and Lost Dragon with my daughters, and it was so empowering for women, for little girls. It was amazing to see strong characters fighting and coming, not fighting, but fighting for what they believe in and coming together to change the planet, which is exactly what we need right now. I feel like for all of us to come together and trust each other and love each other and heal our planet. So it was a great movie, so I recommend it. But that's not what I wanted to talk to you about today. I actually wanted to talk to you about trauma and how it rules our life and how it rules the way we decide things and how we create our life based on it. So this is going to be a little vulnerable, but I figured we all like some good story. And actually, one of my clients inspired me today to share this. So when I was growing up, when I was in third grade, my father passed away from a car accident. And back then, of course, it was a very traumatic experience. But I realized growing up that what I really learned from that and the gift in that, which, a lot of times it's really hard to find a gift in something that's so traumatic and leaves such a big, gaping hole in your heart, like loss, especially in a young age when you're not ready for it, is that life is too short. And when you're faced with a traumatic experience, you have a choice. You have a choice to process it, go through the stages of whatever that is, anger, feeling that anger, yelling it out, grief, crying it out, all the stages that we go through. And then you can choose if you want to live your life and enjoy every moment because you never know when it's going to end, or you can choose that your life is over at that point. And throughout my life, I've had a lot of different traumatic experiences. And around 13, when I was 13, I was working at a restaurant on the beach, and there was a guy I really liked, and he kind of took advantage of that one night and went a little too far than what I wanted when I was ready to do. And I remember laying there after everything happened and deciding, is this going to be something that's going to determine what my life is going to look like? Am I going to give this person the power to ruin my life? Right? Because it could have easily gone that route, especially in that age. But I decided not to do that. I remember laying there and I was like, nobody's going to take the power over my life. No one is going to have that power over me. My life is too short. I never know when it's going to end. And I want to live it to the fullest. I want to live it. And I want to be happy. And so going through those experiences in life really taught me that we have a choice. And we are the ones in charge. And even though a lot of times it's easier to be a victim, it's easier to say, oh, this happened to me. And we kind of get lost in trying to figure out why it happened to us, why these decisions, why these things happened. And we get lost in the why. So everywhere you get lost in the why, instead of just moving past that, instead of just releasing and processing and letting that go, would you now destroy and uncreate all of that, please? Yes? Right or wrong, good or bad, patent pack, all nature, boys and beyonds. That's the Access Consciousness Clearing Statement. If you want to know more about that, go to theclearingstatement.com. It's an energetical wand that releases and clears beliefs from the core energetically. And so after we do this, if you say yes and you release this stuff, you'll feel lighter. You'll feel like you're letting go of what's been holding you down and what you've been carrying on you for so long. And right now, we're in the process of doing a 30-day challenge. We're on week 2, and the traumas and the healing that these women are going through are mind-blowing and transformational. And it's just amazing how much of the weight, the physical weight that we're carrying on our body is so related to the trauma and drama that we experience. And even if we haven't gone through a traumatic experience, a lot of times it's enough to just be in this reality sometimes, especially as a woman, and be open to the verbal trauma that's around us, right? The judgments and the fears and the playing into the part, right? Do you look like a ballerina? Do you look like a gymnast? Do you look like you're supposed to look if you want to be a dancer, right? There's all these ideas and definitions of what that needs to look like, what your body needs to look like. And if you don't have that body, you can't be that. You can't do that. And this reality keeps telling us that we can't be and do. And when somebody tells me I can't do or be something, I do the exact opposite. I'm like, you're right. Let me show you how I do it. So I invite you to tell your traumatic experience, F you, I'm done. And I'm moving forward. I'm moving past this. I'm stronger than this. And no matter how bad the abuse or the trauma or the experience was, you are stronger than that. You are more capable than that. And everywhere you've bought the idea that you can't overcome that and it's ruling your life, would you now destroy and uncreate it all, please? Yes. Right or wrong, good or bad, pot and puck, all nature, boys and beyonds. And everywhere you're holding on to this trauma because it's keeping you safe, because this is all you know, because this is what you are used to, and you don't know anything different. Is that true for you or not? So everything that is, would you now destroy and uncreate it all, please? Yes. Right or wrong, good or bad, pot and pack, all nine short boys and beyonds. Now, when I'm saying is trauma running your life, or are you creating your life around trauma? So what happens? You experience a trauma, and then there's this resist and react situation that you do. So a lot of times you use your body to interact with the trauma. And what does that do? That creates trauma in the body. That creates pain in the body. So if you're suffering from migraines, if you're suffering from insomnia, if you're suffering from obesity or weight gain, right? Those are all symptoms of trauma that hasn't been processed. And the body is trying to compensate. And it's building shields, it's building barricades, it's telling you by signals that something is going on and you need to take care of it. And what do? We shove medication and hope that it will go away, right? We go on fad diets, we do some weed, whatever we do to help us cope with the body's pain. Right? And we don't even realize most of the time that this is caused by a traumatic experience, that this is caused because our body is telling us something. And so everywhere in your body that you have unlocked, or locked, I should say, everywhere you have locked trauma in the body, if you can connect to those places right now, just really have them, if you take a deep breath in, connect to your body and ask, where is there any locked trauma in the body? And really connect to that. Okay, and now on 3, we're going to unlock it and release it, return it to wherever it came from, to never return to your body ever again. On 3. 1, 2, 3. And just feel it kind of lifting off and letting go. To never return to your body or to this reality ever again on 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And a deep breath in. And let it go. So everywhere this is triggering stuff for you and you're feeling kind of hot and bothered right now because this is a touchy subject and I get it. I want you to know that there's tools and there's a lot of things you can do to unlock this trauma, to process it, to let it go. And I'm here to help you. And I've done it on myself and on hundreds of clients around the world. And you're not alone. This reality is a reality of trauma and drama. And the only way to break that cycle is by getting out of it and by healing it. And if you come from a family that has history of abuse, this is one way to start changing that, so you don't give that back, to our planet or to your kids or to your family. You can be the seed to stop it. You can be the light that stops the abuse, that stops the trauma, that stops the fear. It's possible, and I've seen it over and over again. Anytime you feel physical pain in your body, it's normally because of mental stuff that we haven't dealt with. And energy work is amazing, divine light that just clears all that stuff. And I invite you to come play with it. So thank you so much for taking time and being with me tonight, even though I'm a little early. If this was a contribution, I would love if you would share or comment. Just let me know if there's anything I can do to help you. And reach out, like our page, and thank you so much. I love you. Have a wonderful week. And remember, you have the power to change anything you want, anything. And you're the most amazing creator that can change and create the life you want, the body you want, and the happiness that you want. And I wish for you all the happiness in this world. You're an amazing being, and you're here for a reason, and I just want you to know that. So have a wonderful evening, and I love you.